Good morning. Oh. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know why I waited until the winter to do this, but the show must go on. It's around 8:30 in the morning. We are mid-December. There's snow everywhere. I'm working from home today, but I'm starting to get cabin fever, and I'm gonna be away for a little bit, and I'm gonna miss just being in Brooklyn, so I am gonna go cafe hopping. The plan is to hit 5 cafes in East Williamsburg. I know this neighborhood really well. I have also been to all of these cafes/bakeries, and they are all walking distance of each other, and I know they're good. Also, I might be biased, but I really prefer Asian cafes, so we are only going to Asian cafes today. No Filipino cafes, but those don't really exist here yet. Maybe I'll open one up. Okay, it's really cold up here. We should get going. Let's do it. I didn't mention this earlier, but after each cafe section, I'm gonna take that cafe and put it on a quadrant graph because I am a data scientist by trade. People forget. If you've never seen this kind of graph, that's perfectly fine. It's really simple, but we're gonna use it to measure 2 super important qualities in a cafe to me. On the y-axis, we're gonna have like taste vibes. So if something's super tasty, it's gonna be high. And if it's nasty, if the food, beverages, it's not very good, it's gonna be low. And then on the x-axis, we have work from home ability. So if this cafe has a really good work from home setup, it's gonna be far to the right. And if it is a terrible work from home setup, if you can't get anything done there, it's gonna be to the left. For example, if a cafe has like the best food, the best drinks, the best pastries, and it's also really good for working from home, it's gonna be all the way up here. And if a cafe is like nasty as hell, the food, the drinks, everything sucks, and you can't even work there, it's loud, it's crowded, it's gonna be all the way down here. Okay, now that that lesson's out of the way, let's start with Winson. I think I'm gonna put it right there. Yeah. So Winson is like the food and the drinks, they're just so good, and nothing around here really tastes like it. And they've just got like a super unique menu. People come from everywhere to go to this place, so it has to be super high on the taste level. Work from home vibes though, it can be loud and really crowded, so it's a little to the left on the work from home scale. But I mean, this is a pretty good rating for a cafe. So for Brooklyn Ball, I think I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah. So starting with the taste level, Brooklyn Ball, it's so good. I almost feel like it should be on par with Winsun, but I'm gonna put it down just a little bit. I don't know why, it's so good. Honestly, I will say sometimes the portions are kind of small, which is why it might be a little lower, but it's almost perfect. And then the work from home vibes, they have a really good section in the back, but you can't work from there, and there's not that much space in the front. It doesn't get super crowded, but I don't think it's like super comfortable to sit and work there. Music's not that loud, so it's better than Winsun, but I'd still say it's not the most ideal. So 19 Cafe. This one's interesting because it's a lot different than the first two. Honestly, I think I'm gonna put it right here. That feels about right. So for taste level, I've had a few of their items and they're okay and the drinks are okay. That one sandwich really stands out. Like, I love that sandwich and it's probably pushing up the taste level even more for me on this ranking. But where this place shines is that it is tucked away a little bit more in East Williamsburg and it's a little quieter and there's space there. So it's a really good place to work from home. Honestly, a dream setup sometimes. You can really like crank out work. It might not be the most aesthetic, but if your goal is to just work and crank out stuff, I think you're good there. Okay, Kijitora East. I think I'm gonna put it right here, and I can explain why, I think. So the specialty matcha is what makes this place so good. That strawberry matcha, they also have a mango matcha and maybe a peach. I could be wrong. But those specialty matchas are so good. When I compare like Kijitora East with maybe Brooklyn Ball, because they're both Japanese inspired cafes, I think Brooklyn Ball is overall a little bit better. I think their onigiris are better. They have more selection of food. Their matcha is also a little better, but Kijitora East, that strawberry matcha slaps. Like, it's so good. And so it's gonna stay close to Brooklyn Ball, but a little bit lower. And then for the work from home section, it's kind of interesting because it's not that busy, especially on the weekdays. I'd say it's like a little bit worse than Brooklyn Ball for seating. And then something about the vibe in there, it doesn't make me want to work there. I kind of just want my specialty matcha and I want to go. So I'm gonna put it there. No shade. I love Kijitora, but it belongs. It belongs somewhere there. And then last but definitely not least, Land to Sea. I think this one's also really interesting. Also different than Winson, Kijitori East, and Brooklyn Ball, in my opinion. It does a very different thing. I'm gonna put it right here. So this place is really good for working from home. It's the biggest space out of all the cafes I was at. And it's just so vibey in there. It feels so cool. You are watching people do pretty cool work because everyone in there is either like a creative or they're reading, or it's just fun to be in there. I love it. But I think it lacks a bit in the food and drink. I really do think they just exceed in vibes. Like their vibes are top. Yeah, I think it belongs high work from home, middle of the road taste. I'm being really picky, by the way. But if I didn't mention this before, I love all these places. I frequent them a ton. I wouldn't have brought you guys here if I didn't like them. So they're gonna be very highly ranked, but this is just us being very particular. But yeah, that is my ranking. That is my final chart. I love cafe hopping. I love Asian cafes. And I love Brooklyn and going around Brooklyn, showing Brooklyn off. So, and I love listening to that outside my window. Also, if this video actually like inspired someone to go and try these places, let me know. Let me know if you liked it, if you agree or disagree with how I ranked it. I'm sure I'm completely off, so yeah, put it in the comments. And I will see you on the next one. See you later.